Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back. Lovely to see you all again. And today, as promised, we are going to be making a normal crafting project. And this time I thought we'd do a greeting card, but it's been a long time since I've done a demonstration on a layered card. So we're going to make a 5x7 card, but we're only going to keep it simple. We're going to keep it to 2 colours. In this case, I'm going to use white and blue, but of course you use any colours you like. And for this card we are going to make a 5x7, but of course you can adapt this and you'll need to adapt the measurements if you're going to do a different size, and you can do it any size you like. And so our first mat, or our first layer, will be a coloured one, and it is, if I can find a note, 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and I will add these, I will print the measurement so that you can follow it to make it a little bit easier for you. So they'll be around, just have a look around. I shall put them where you can see them, so don't worry about that. They'll be around. And I'm going to use an ordinary, well, it's a strong glue stick, that's the word I was after. And the reason I've done it like that is so that I can move it around until I'm happy with this position. And if you only use a mat that's just slightly smaller, you get this lovely border. And sometimes I like a bigger border, but sometimes a narrow border is really nice and it's quite effective. And I'm going to do a second mat, which is a white one, and that is 4.5 by 6.5. And again, I will have that printed for you so that you can follow it. And again, can you see I've got my camera in a slightly different position today? I keep on trying out new camera positions to see if they're any easier to work with. To be honest, I'm not sure this is, but as we're here, we'll go for it. We'll go with it for today. And again, I'm going to lay that up like that, or lay that down like that, I should say. Some people say, I think some people say layering it up or lay it down, but whatever you want to call it, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put one piece on top of another, that's all it really means. And then you have the bases for a really nice card. Obviously we're going to dress it up a bit more, and you will need, the next thing you will need, I've decided to put a banner. Oh, there it goes. I thought I dropped it on the floor for a minute. And again, that's going to be in 2 layers. And the first one measures 5.5 by 1.5, and that's going to be our coloured piece. I'll say coloured piece rather than blue, although of course it is. But then you can choose whichever colour you want to use. And again, that was my glue. I'm still using up the mountain of paper that I've still got, and the mountains of ephemera and sentiments from other packs. I've now finally sorted out, I haven't sorted out my patterned paper yet, but my coloured paper, which is plain, this type of thing, all in one colour, I have finally sorted that out now. So I'm making a paper vault, which is on the other side of the studio. Oh, and that's still not laying down straight. There's always one little bit that doesn't catch the glue. So I am slowly making a paper vault on the other side of the studio, so that all my papers eventually will be in order, but my plain ones are in order now, so I can see them really easily, so I'm happy with that. And so our second strip for our banner measures 5 by 1. I don't know if I said the other one, 5.5 by 1.5, and the white is 5 by 1, but as I say, these will be written down, so don't worry, you'll find it. Of course, you can write it down as you go if you want to, but don't feel you have to. I started doing that when I first started watching other people doing demonstrations. I tried to write it down so that I would remember it. And sometimes the person was talking a little bit quicker than I could keep up with. And then sometimes I had to keep going back because I'd missed what they said because I was writing it down. So having it written down, I actually find it's easier. If you've got it written down, you can always go back. So there we go, another tip for you. And there we are. We haven't finished, that's just the basis. But the next thing you will need well, in this case, an oval die You can use any size or shape you like, but I'm using oval, and I've embossed this one. And this die measures 2 3/4 by 4. And that's going to sit there. And as I say, I have embossed this one. We're keeping it to 2 colours, but I thought I'd emboss this one. Where's my glue? There it is. It's on the other side. I thought I'd emboss this just to give it a bit of extra dimension, just to give it a bit of oomph. And it's a pretty embossing folder. This glue does not want to stand up today. Oh well, it can stay down. This is one of my favourite embossing folders. It's one of the original from when Christina Griffiths was doing Card Making Magic, and I absolutely love it. It's my favourite. I've got lots of embossing folders, many by her, but this is, I have to say, this is my favourite. So use your favourites. Get out your embossing folders, or you could, if you really wanted to, you could cut because what we have done, we've made a frame, and I'll tell you about the size for that in a second. What you could do if you didn't want to use an embossing folder, you could make a trellis work on the background, which I was going to do, but I thought that might make the video a bit long. So I thought I'd do an embossing folder, and I think an embossing folder looks really good. And for that, you will need 2 dies. You will need your 2 3/4 by 4 inches, and a smaller one, which is 2 by 3, and you just put one inside the other and run it through. And again, we're just going to pop this on with some glue. Let's just put it there. What I should have done, I should have put some backing paper down so that the glue doesn't go on my desk, but that's all right. I can always wash the desk when I'm done with it, when I finish the demonstration. So we're going to pop that there, or alternatively, yeah, like that. Or alternatively, I could have used foam pads, but I didn't want. I did actually try it out when I was laying this up. When I was layering this up to try it out, I did pop a foam pad on without taking the backing off, but I thought it looked a bit bulky, so I decided not to go with that. And there we go. And so we are building this up really nicely now, and I will wash that off. And we've just got a bit of decoration to go on, and we are done. So I wanted to keep with the blue and white theme, and in my ephemera drawer I have found this gorgeous little kingfisher, and I couldn't not use him because A, he goes with this colour scheme, and B, he is adorable. So I'm going to have him. I have got a foam pad on the back, and I'm going to have him just sitting on the bottom of my frame. And doesn't that look adorable? And to finish off the top, you can't have something at the bottom and not the top. Well, I don't think you can. I have found the gorgeous blue butterfly. It's so pale and delicate. And of course it's got a white border, so it fits in with this theme. And again, I've got a foam pad on the back. And I like that because it's got that bit there. The wings are folded back. And that is adorable. Now, you could leave it like that, and that would make a perfectly acceptable card. But if you wanted to add a sentiment, again, I have found a blue. Well, it's got white writing. Okay, it's got some robins on it, but I can live with that because I like robins. And I'm going to put that. Again, I've got foam pads on the back. I could have put this flat, actually. But I'm going to put that. I want to leave a little border at the bottom like that. So I'm going to stick that down there, just wipe off this glue. And there is our card for today. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope you can join me for my next video, which will be on Friday. And that will be another one about crafting as a business. So I hope you've enjoyed this. And in the meantime, until next time, do take care, everybody. Have fun. And as always, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.